All right, hello everybody. My name is Jordan, and I am the owner of Untamed Racing Slot Car League. Today here, I'm joined by one of my best friends, Dakota Lane, as he is also a fellow racer, and we just want to do a quick question and answer Q&A, whatever you want to call it, about what our hobby is. So go ahead.
What's up, guys? I'm Dakota, aka Bigums, and like he said, we're just here for a Q&A. And so, Jordan,
Yep.
for the newer guys and newer females, everybody out there that don't have a lot of hobbies or
Gotta include Gender X because they'll get hurt, but hurt.
yep. Got to include them too. They're the founders. They're the OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all the newcomers and all the new people. So, what is slot car racing?
So, slot car racing in a GIF is pretty much these electric powered cars, and as the name suggests, they have a guide pin that falls in a slot in the track. And in your hand, you have a controller, which can be two styles, but for just explaining it, you have a trigger style, and the more you push down, the faster the car goes. And in a gist, that is slot car racing.
Yep. And now, for an example, how can you get someone into slot car racing? Like, for an example, how did you get into slot car racing?
That's actually a very interesting question. So, way back when I was a kid, good old 10 years ago,
Yeah.
there was this older gentleman named Mike Huffman I went to church with. He's a great guy. He knew I was in the cars, and he invited me over. And in his garage, he probably had, I think, the scale over 600 foot worth of 164 scale track. And I probably spent hours there racing with him, and it was a blast. And I was hooked ever since.
Yep. Yeah, how I actually got into slot car racing was you. Yeah. It was funny how it happened, too, because, like, he was like, Bigums, bro, have you ever heard of slot car racing? I'm like, no. And he was like, man, it's just these plastic cars, and, you know, you just pull the trigger and you just go. I'm like, bro, that sounds lame. But you got me into it. So I was like, all right, he's my best friend, so, you know, I'm going to give it a chance. So I came over to one of our friends' house, you know, DJ, and he had a big old track there, and he still does to this day. Great man. And we got on that track, man, I kid you not. I was like a big old kid in a candy store. I was having a ball. And,
You're still a big old kid.
Well, you know. But, yeah, that's how I got into it as well, you know, just trying it. You know, it's kind of like one of those things, don't beat it before you try it. You know, don't be like, well, it's just a little, you know, what, y'all kids? And honestly, it actually helped me through a lot in life, like mental. It ain't just get out there and have fun. It's actually one of those confident boosters as well. It's actually, you know, putting something together, something so small, you know, like don't get, what was the word? Discouraged because honestly, just little tweaks like with the screws or, you know, cutting some plastic from the frame can actually do a lot, and that can like give you confidence. Like it gives you one of those things like, what else could I do? You know, like
it's doing something productive.
Yes,
and it's a great feeling.
It is, and it's a healthy hobby to be in. You know, and it's. I mean, yeah, it might cost a little money, and be honest, it might be a little bad if you buy way too many.
Yeah, don't listen to him. He has no idea what he's talking about. Just kidding. I have a horrible addiction, and
it's very addictive.
I am not ashamed of it.
It's very addictive, but it's a good thing too, and it's a good investment because these cars can be worth so much in the future.
Don't do drugs. Do slot cars. All right, 'cause you get your money back.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's one way to put it. But for the newcomers, you know, Jordan, where to purchase cars and track sets, you know, for the newer beginners?
Well, so I'll break this down. If you want to build a track in a house, the better way to go is a 64 scale. They're about the size of a Hot Wheel, and you can fit those pretty much anywhere in the house. If you want to do 1/32 scale, I highly recommend Carrera and Carrera only. They're the best track systems. They have the best bang for the buck for the cars. I mean, highly detailed, highly robust. For 1/64 scale, there's not really a lot of new options now. You really only have Auto World and AFX, and nowadays they're pretty much the same thing. But if you were willing to go on eBay and buy some older stuff, I have a Tyco system, and it's from probably the early 80s. That's probably the best system you can get for there. There's still plenty of extra parts you can find, plenty of track pieces. Another big difference on that is your Carrera track. It is stainless steel, so you don't ever have to worry about it corroding. And also, you can run 1/24 scale on it without having to worry about switching the tire tracks. I mean, you can't beat that.
Yep.
And I'm not going long on this, but we actually just finished racing on the new digital setup.
Yep.
And there's nothing that comes close to it. There's
very,
really not.
very unique. It's very awesome.
But to finally finish the question, you could buy it anywhere. Amazon has a lot of stuff. My best bet for newcomers would probably be eBay, to be honest, because you can really look for a well-priced set and easy to get into. So there you go.
So for another example for newcomers, so because I asked you this a lot when I started slot car racing, what kind of brands of slot cars do you recommend? Like for new beginners? Because for me, it was Carrera. I'm Carrera all the way. That's me, though. But what do you recommend?
I recommend Carrera or Scalextric. I think they're the two best you can get right now. Scalextric is just a hair more pricey, but they're generally faster and they handle a little bit better. But Carrera cars, like I said earlier, they're great product. There's tons of them out there.
Yep.
Scalextric, though, has a bigger selection. Like, they don't just have race cars. They have movie cars, street cars, muscle cars.
Yep.
Anything you can think of, Scalextric will have it. I mean, they even have them, the Back to the Future DeLoreans, which Carrera does not.
Yep.
But I would definitely recommend those two, for sure. Now, if you're wanting to get serious, like in competition racing, I would still definitely buy one of those first to make sure you like it. But after that, Racer Sideways is probably the best one to get. They're just so easy to work on. Parts are readily available, and they're not $100. Like, you could buy one for $54, which is the same price as a Carrera, and they're going to handle way better and run way faster.
And isn't that the ones that you can change, level out the chassis?
Yes.
Stuff.
So for those people who don't know, I like to classify slot cars into two different groups. You have hobby grade, which is like your professional cars. Like we were just talking about, Racer Sideways. Another one would be like a slotted NSR. We have a lot of guys that run NSRs. And the difference is that they're a little more expensive. Well, more like $20, $30 more expensive. But they're lighter. You can adjust the suspension. The guides are bigger, the piece that falls in the slot. They just have better braids, faster motors. Carrera and Scalextric usually come with an 18.5 thousand RPM motor, whereas NSRs come actually with a 25,000. So a really big difference.
Now, I bet a lot of these people are wondering, so say I come over to my friend's house and they're like, whoa, how is he doing a 1.5 and we're doing 3.0s? So tell these people, how can you tell from a hobby grade to a pro mod to an outlaw, we call it, the engine RPMs, explain that.
Okay, well, first of all, if your friend has a lap time system, I need to know this person.
Yep.
Because they're clearly into slot cars. Second thing is, there's tons of upgrades you can do. Let's start with the basic. A Carrera slot car, the easiest upgrades right off the bat, you'll probably spend $10 max on this, is tires and a guide. Now, I get almost all of my parts from Slot Car Corner. I've done business with them for 4 or 5 years. They're wonderful people to deal with. But that's probably where you can start. After that, then it goes to like, let's change out your rims. So instead of it being plastic, which aren't always perfectly round, you go to metal rims, which are, well, like I just said, perfectly round. The key to tuning a slot car is making it as smooth as you can. The smoother it runs, the better it'll handle. It's really, that's the key to it.
And this is what's really satisfying with the slot car industry. It's not just you put it on the track and you go.
If you put time, and I know a lot of us are short on this, but money as well, you will see results.
Yep.
Like that's not an argument.
For an example, this is how crazy a little object can change the slot car racing. For an example, my Buffalo is what I call it. It's my Capri Group 5 car. Put glued a quarter in front of my body to give it weight for the God.
Yeah, and that's actually another thing
And it
too.
changed
Is adding weight does a lot to a car.
Yep.
Usually your Carreras, electric cars, most of your Carreras though, they'll already be pretty heavy. You know, because they're robust. Like I said earlier,
They're built like a tank.
They're literally built like a tank. So if you got like 10-year-old kids or younger, they're going to be fine. They're not going to break anything. I mean, they'll probably snap a mirror, but who cares?
Right.
I mean, they're kids. But yeah, adding weight to a car will completely change it. Whether you put it in the front, if you put it in the back. A lot of it also depends on what layout your chassis is. Is it a sidewinder where the motor's in the back? Is it an inline where it's in the center of the car? And that'll all depend on how your car handles. Every single car handles different.
Yep.
Every one of them.
So, that being said, for our fans, what do they expect in the Untamed Riddle Raceway?
What do they expect, like, for the future?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if we have fans, that's awesome. They're pretty quiet. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Honestly, for the future, it all depends on how many people we get. If we end up getting a lot this year, which, I mean, we grew astronomical from 2023. I mean, there was only 4 of us, and now there's at least around 11 or 12, which that doesn't sound like a lot, but that is a lot when you only have 2 people who can race at one time on analog track.
Yep.
But now switching to digital where we can run up to 6 people, I mean, we just ran 8 cars on that track, albeit awesome. 5 of them were ghosts, but it was wicked.
It was awesome. So
I definitely think that's the key to growing this. Anyway, you're asking about the future. So the future, I definitely want to do endurance racing. On digital tracks, you can set up a pit lane, so your car actually has to fill up. It's all virtual, obviously, but
it's so cool.
But like your car will have a fuel tank, and just like in real life, the lower your fuel level is, the faster the car will go. I mean, it's endless. Yep. So we'll be adding a pit lane. We'll be adding a position tower, so you just look right in front of you, see where you're at. We'll be adding 2 more controllers, so we'll have up to 6. Right now we only have 4. And I don't think it's going to get any bigger, but I'd say this is probably the last year we'll have this actual layout, because big possibility in 2027 it'll be changed. And I don't think it'll be bigger, but there'll be a lot more track for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing I want to touch on is that it will definitely be changing up the classes a little bit. Last year, Pro Mod was our number 1 class, and we had probably about 5 or 6 guys consistently competing in it. It's probably the most expensive class we have. I mean, it really is, because everyone's car is like $100, and I mean, your car, you've probably put more than that in it.
The Buffalo?
Yeah.
I'll say about I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, Pro Mod's pretty expensive, and I mean, not all of us around here have extra money bags laying around, but I definitely this year, I want to keep Pro Mod around. It'll definitely still be around, but I definitely want to even it out more with the other classes. Hobby stock, honestly, I don't know if we're going to do a lot of it analog. I really don't. I definitely want to, but I think this digital is going to be such a hit that we'll have to get rid of one. I want to do Outlaw class this year.
Whew.
I want to do Outlaw class. That's a class we hardly did at all last year.
Yeah, we didn't do it at all.
I mean, really, it was just your car because I don't really have one. DJ's got one, but nobody else really has one. But that's where like you can literally change and upgrade it anything you want.
Yeah.
But your motor has to remain. You can only top out at 25K.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. I mean, my gosh, if you put a 30K on that thing will go through the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no safety.
I feel like. What about in the future? You think we'll ever do like drag?
Yes, I'm very glad you brought that up. So yes, we have touched on drag racing for a long time, actually. So again, for those who don't know, I'm gonna say that like 20 times. We actually have two current tracks, mine and then our buddy DJ. He's got one at his place. We've been talking with him for a while now on eventually building up a drag strip. And I know that's a huge hit over there. It was in Radcliffe, that track shut down. But there is a track in Louisville called Bullet Speedway. And they have a drag strip. And I definitely think it'd be a hit here. I definitely do. But if we do that, we will be doing 124 scale.
Oh, man.
So you can literally build you a model car.
Yes.
A body. Literally anything.
It's going to be sick.
I know Chloe's mentioned she wants a truck. You can use a truck, car, Beetle. It don't freaking matter.
It's going to be awesome.
But that one will probably be a spec class.
Yeah.
So you do whatever body you want, but we'll all have the same chassis, the same motor, same gear ratio, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up. I completely forgot about it. Yeah, that I also want to do maybe just a touch of 164 racing. DJ's got the 4-lane track. It's not set up currently, but we definitely have the capabilities to do it. And I mean, you made fun of my addiction, and it is horrible, but I've been dwindling down. But I do have over 120 of those cars, so I got plenty. So
yeah,
that's definitely the future. Now, if we're thinking like over 10 years down the road, and everything's going great, I definitely want this to be moved into an actual business. Like, that is the ultimate goal, is for this to be a full-blown business. And I don't know, I just think it'll be great for the community.
Yeah.
I really do. But, yeah.
Especially with everything, going on. You never know what somebody's going through. And if you can invite people to, like, your shop and be like, hey, welcome, and have, like, some tracks set up where, friends and family, kids can come in and put smiles on their faces and walk out with some slot cars and a track, dude. Yeah. That's going to be awesome.
I would definitely like to host really big events. And I don't think I'll ever get big enough for it to attract a bunch of people from other areas.
You never know.
I never know because, you do have slotted nationals in California, which has literally probably around 3,000 racers from all over the country. Yeah. That would be awesome, but I don't think, I don't know, you never know. Oh, it's all in God's hands, man. It's all in God's hands.
That's right. Now a personal question.
Yeah, if you have any, go ahead and ask.
Now, from Bigums, this is a personal. Are we going to expect any 124 scale racing in general?
Yes. That is a 100% yes. And you know what's even better?
Yeah.
We can also do it digital.
I know. So that's why I asked.
He said, I know.
Oh, man, that's going to be awesome. And they're so much bigger, and there's so much, more to look at.
They are.
It's just, wow.
The only downside is they're expensive.
Yeah, I know.
But Carrera is probably all we'll do with that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's not a lot of brands that have that. I know Carrera, Scale Auto, but Scale Auto's like $200. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I think I looked it up on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, for the Capri that I have, that 132 scale. Yeah. They got it in 124.
Yeah. They have the 4GT. I like all those cars we raced today. Yeah. They have that
124. Yeah. See, but the price, I think it was maybe 110. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think. So you're at least going to spend triple digits.
Probably, yeah.
So, for shipping and yada, yada, yada.
Well, time to sell feet pics.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's buying my feet pictures.
Hey, there's,
Easy, Kelsey.
Oh, man. Well, you got any questions for me?
Yeah, sure. What keeps you coming back?
The drive.
The drive for what?
Winning.
Don Toretto.
Honestly, it's not even about the winning. It's just getting a group of guys that love the same thing with a good attitude, laughs, and just enjoying something that, I don't know. It's just
Yeah. I
just
agree.
fun. It's really fun. If you really do it with the people that you love and care about, it's like a big old family.
Yeah,
That's why I keep coming back. That's why I enjoy it. And I feel like crap when I can't show up or whatever, But when we do, I'm going to remember this until the day I die. Get old, I'm going to tell my grandkids about this. I'm going to tell my kids about this.
We're not giving, if you have kids, we're not giving them a choice. They're going.
Exactly.
They're going to race. Same with mine. They're going. Well, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to force it on them.
And another beautiful thing about this, this is something that you can pass on.
It is.
This is something that you can pass on to your kids, to their kids, and stuff like that.
You know what's really cool about that? So, I can't remember if I ever told you this, but ironically, after Mike, when I was a kid, introduced me to slot cars, my dad said that he also had slot cars as a kid, and he still had them.
Wow.
We found the track, but we couldn't find the slot cars.
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to think here. So, I had two sets growing up. One was from when he was a kid. The other one was from when my grandpa, the one Paul, and my grandma got married. They bought that set all the way back in 77, I think.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So I had these two track sets and no cars. Couldn't find them, but they were there somewhere.
And was that the HO scales?
Yes. That
really?
Was, yeah. 164 is also known as HO scale, just so y'all don't get confused. Anyway, yeah. So I had track, but no cars.
Yeah.
So about 2 years down the road, so when I was a kid, Mom and Dad never let me up in the attic. Well, when I was a fat kid and I was clumsy, so they didn't want me falling like Humpty. I mean, eventually, I grew up to a nice young man, and I grew adventurous.
Okay.
Yeah, and I grew adventurous, and I went up in the attic, and I was searching around, and guess what I found?
What?
I found the slot cars that my dad and grandpa had.
That is so cool.
I found all of them. I have no idea how my dad didn't know where they were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did find them, and they were in horrible shape.
Yeah.
Like the tires are all rotted. They didn't run that well.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't take me long. Probably about, a year is a little long. But it took me about a year to get them all running.
Yeah.
And I will never, ever, ever sell those.
Yeah.
I have I think there's 8 of them. And they're not going anywhere.
Right.
But by the time I found them, I already had my nice little collection. I already had 10 or something.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, wow, look, more.
Well, you got any more questions for me?
Let's see here. What is your favorite thing that we do? Like what is your favorite either class, event, race format, like tournament, round robin, like what?
For me, it's kind of optional. I mean, I don't know. Now, my favorite class is definitely Pro Mod because of that Buffalo. That's the only reason.
Oh, I'm dumb. So the classes we currently have, Outlaw, which is you can do anything you want, but it has to be a 25,000 motor. Pro Mod, there's a lot more restrictions, and honestly, this is another more background. I get a lot of my inspiration for this from watching endurance racing in real life. IMSA, World Endurance Championship, they have a thing called balance of performance. And I would really, and this has never been done in slot car history ever. I know it hasn't. Because when you look at national races, they're all, you all have to buy slotted brand, and it has to be this.
Yeah.
Or you have to buy Carrera, and it has to be GT3. But I want to be able to have a format where you can buy any car you want and be able to race it competitively with whatever else anybody wants. And the reason why that is because you have people who, like, they want to race slot cars, but they want to race something that they connect to.
Right.
Like, a great example would be our buddy James. Like he don't like race cars. He don't like the look of them. Like, he loves street cars.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard for him to pick out a car that can compete because, you know, they don't make professional street cars. They just don't.
Yeah.
There's no hobby grade street cars.
Yep.
And I definitely want to iterate that into the league for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Now, me doing the digital, I don't know. I'm between Pro Mod and digital now. Like, kind of like the classes, you know, now, what kind of classes would you say we will do on digital track?
Well, with the digital for right now,
kind of like a hobby stock.
Yeah,
digital?
we'll call it something like that. Honestly, we'll probably just call it something goofy like the Carrera Cup digital. I don't freaking know,
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But really, all I want this to be, I mean, I mostly want just Carrera, but I mean, today we've proven that the scale electric cars, although they can do it too, but we may have to change the chip in it, you know, because they were having some issues with switching lanes. But we'll figure that out eventually. Any more questions?
I think I'm good, man.
You good?
Yeah.
Kelsey, do you have any questions? You don't? Are you sure? Are you really, really sure? I'm kidding. I'm not sure. Before we wrap this up, I'm going to go ahead and talk about some future events we're going to have. At some point this year, probably around a month from now, we're going to do an event with a great mentor of mine, a great friend. His name is Dalton Newton. He runs Ringside Elite here in Glasgow. We've been talking. We're probably going to do a joint event sometime, and we'll have a racing event there, and everyone can come there and try it out. You know, see if you're interested in it. See if bring your kids too. Like kids would love this. I mean, I would love to get kids into this. I really would. I think this would be big for the community. I really do. But that's coming up. I still haven't figured out our consistent racing schedule. I don't know if we're going to do every other weekend, or 2 weekends in a row, off to blah blah blah. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We're pretty sporadic.
Yeah.
Whether that's fortunately or unfortunately, we don't know.
Testing the waters right now.
Testing the waters.
Yep.
Before we end this, I'm going to shout out some more people that have helped me throughout my life, and without them, this probably wouldn't be possible. I'd like to give a shout out to Joy and Wayne Wilson. They own Wilson's Cabinet Shop and the Corner Shop. They help me with stuff all the time. Also would like to thank a good friend of mine, Cliff Geralds. Without him, honestly, just straight up donating this table and a lot of pieces of track, we wouldn't be where we are. I mean, we just wouldn't. And yeah, I think that's it. So episode 1 Q&A. I guess that's a wrap. If anyone has any more questions, feel free to message me on Untamed Racing on Facebook. I'm kind of an old person, so I'm kind of working on getting TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Open that up. So, yeah, that's it. Bye, I guess.
Peace.